So let me tell ya about this, all right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life. I blocked you, even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. You was calling me all private numbers all morning. You was calling my mama every.
Y'all, it's looking real bad for Offset right now because Cardi B just dropped some shocking claims. According to her, Offset's been blowing up her phone with desperate messages, saying he can't live without her, even going as far as threatening to take his own life if she doesn't leave Stefon. What started out as just another messy breakup has turned into something way darker. Cardi says she's been trying to protect her peace, but Offset's emotional spiral is making that nearly impossible. And the scary part? This might only be the beginning. Offset's always had that unpredictable image, wild, carefree, and chaotic, but this time, fans say it feels different. Back in March 2025, Cardi went live on X and revealed something that left the internet completely speechless. She claimed Offset's messages weren't just about getting back together, they were filled with disturbing threats that made her fear for both of their safety.
All right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life.
Now this hit different coming from a man who had spent months acting like he didn't care. For the longest time, Offset was out here pretending he'd completely moved on, emotionally checked out, unbothered, and living his best single life. He made it seem like Cardi's dating life didn't faze him one bit, like he was too detached to even notice. But now, those messages tell a whole different story. The cool, careless image he tried to maintain just crumbled overnight, and fans are starting to realize that Offset might not be as over Cardi as he's been pretending to be.
Hey, we have. What's up, Twin? Drew. Cut the light on. Yeah, man. I just want to let y'all folks know we having shit. Know what I mean? It's here. I'm going up out of this though. Y'all live with that.
But behind the scenes, a completely different story was unfolding. What looked like a one-time emotional meltdown was actually part of a disturbing pattern. Cardi revealed that the calls and texts didn't just stop, they got worse. Constant, obsessive, unsettling. It wasn't just about heartbreak anymore. It was control. Offset, she says, couldn't let go, even though publicly he kept pretending he already had. His silence on social media suddenly felt less like peace and more like a cover-up for something darker, something Cardi decided she could no longer hide. One of the most shocking twists came when Cardi admitted she actually reached out to Offset's new girlfriend, rumored to be model Melanie Jada, the same woman seen shopping with him in Dubai. Cardi claims she forwarded Offset's disturbing messages to Melanie, not out of spite, but as a wake-up call. That move reportedly sent Offset over the edge. According to Cardi, he completely snapped when he found out. And the irony? This is the same man who had just allegedly sent revenge content to Stefon Diggs, Cardi's rumored new partner. The hypocrisy was wild and fans couldn't ignore it. Cardi says it didn't stop there. The harassment continued for months. She described how Offset would blow up her phone whenever she traveled, flooding her inbox with voice notes full of insults meant to destroy her confidence. Some of those messages, she claimed, were explicit and degrading, not to express love or regret, but to break her down completely. Even worse, Cardi revealed Offset would FaceTime her while being with his new girlfriend, just to provoke her, to stay in control of her emotions from afar. Cardi summed it up in one painful word: abuse. Emotional abuse. She said she endured months of manipulation, cruel messages, and psychological warfare that left her drained and exhausted. This wasn't about jealousy anymore. This was about survival, about setting boundaries, about a woman fighting to protect her peace while being dragged back into chaos by the very person she once loved.
That was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me and him having sex. That's the type of I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground, and I'm so tired of it.
If this sounds shocking, it really isn't coming out of nowhere. Cardi's been dropping clues for months. Back in January, she publicly accused Offset and even his own mother of stealing from her. She didn't spill all the details, but the tension was obvious. Around that same time, Cardi also revealed something that broke a lot of hearts. Offset had started distancing himself from their kids. She claimed he skipped holiday time with them, even while showing up for his other children and spoiling them with expensive gifts. Fans couldn't help but wonder, was this really about parenting? Or was it just another way to hurt Cardi? Everything seems to point to one thing: control. From the obsessive messages to the emotional neglect, Offset's behavior isn't just chaotic, it's calculated. Cardi's fans have started calling it coercive control, and honestly, they're not wrong. The cycle of guilt, apology, and emotional manipulation has become painfully predictable. And according to people close to Cardi, this most recent spiral has one major trigger: Stefon Diggs. Apparently, Offset isn't just hurt about Cardi moving on. He's furious. The thought of her being with someone else, especially a high-profile NFL star, seems to have pushed him over the edge. That's reportedly why he's been begging her to end the relationship. But when Cardi didn't back down, things took a dark turn. The messages got darker. The threats got worse. And suddenly, Offset's breakdown wasn't happening behind closed doors anymore. It was spilling out in public for the world to see. Sources say Offset has been pleading with Cardi to forgive him, promising to change and asking for one last chance. But Cardi's heard it all before. She's been here before. Remember 2020, when she first filed for divorce after his cheating scandals? She gave him another chance, tried to rebuild, tried to hold the family together. But by last year, it became clear that nothing had really changed. This time, it's not just about infidelity, it's about absence. Emotional, financial, and even as a father, Cardi claims she's been carrying everything: the school fees, security, childcare, all of it. Meanwhile, Offset couldn't even bother to show up. And for her, that betrayal was the final straw. Now, with Offset allegedly threatening to harm himself, the situation has crossed a terrifying line. But Cardi isn't backing down. She's made it clear he's not sorry, he hasn't changed, and she's done letting him drag her back into a cycle that almost destroyed her. For Cardi, this divorce isn't just paperwork, it's protection. Protection for herself, her kids, and her peace. And Offset's meltdown? It's starting to look less like heartbreak and more like a full-on unraveling. Things really exploded after Offset saw a photo of his son, Wave, wearing the same braided hairstyle as Stefon Diggs. What should have been a harmless picture sent him into a rage. He jumped on X and started posting cryptic, angry messages, even making veiled threats. In one now-deleted post, he wrote, "Somebody gon' die for playing with my son. Call me the crash out. It wasn't about the braids, it was about the symbolism." That picture represented someone else stepping into a role Offset used to own, not just as Cardi's man, but as a father figure. And then came the viral yacht video Cardi dancing with Stefon, carefree and glowing, while he playfully slapped her behind. That clip broke the internet, and it broke Offset's composure for good. While Cardi and Stefon looked happy and unbothered, Offset was spiraling, lashing out, and trying to remind the world that he still mattered in her life. But the truth? The energy has shifted. The world is watching a man lose control while the woman he hurt fights to reclaim her peace. Behind the scenes, Cardi says it only got worse. She revealed that after receiving more threatening messages from Offset, she forwarded them to his girlfriend, model Melanie Jada, the same woman spotted with him shopping in Dubai. That one move pushed Offset over the edge. He was furious, but Cardi stood firm, saying she had every right to protect herself, especially after Offset allegedly sent revenge material to Stefon Diggs in a jealous rage. According to Cardi, the harassment intensified every time she traveled. He'd flood her phone with voice notes, cruel, explicit, degrading, meant to tear her down. And she says this wasn't random. It was months of psychological warfare disguised as regret. In one of her rawest moments, Cardi admitted on Spaces that the marriage left her emotionally, mentally, and even physically drained. This wasn't just a breakup anymore, it was survival.
Last year, I really felt like I was going crazy. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. Like, my baby came out 5 pounds. A healthy baby. No,
But it didn't stop there. Cardi said it reached a terrifying point. She quoted him saying, "I'm gonna end up killing them with my bare hands." And that level of threat shattered a lot of fans. Once people heard that, they stopped calling it heartbreak and started calling it control. Then, just when everyone expected things to cool off, Offset vanished from Instagram, no warning, no message, just the account gone. It was sudden, eerie, and only made the whole situation feel even more alarming.
Oh, there has been some more things with Offset and Cardi. Offset has now deleted his Instagram and his X account. His X account currently pulls up as this account does not exist, and you can't even go to his.
And that move right there, it screamed emotional damage. Because while Offset was trying to disappear publicly, behind the scenes, sources say he's been spiraling, struggling to accept Cardi's growing bond with Stefon, and realizing this relationship might actually be beyond repair. But what really shocked everyone was what came next. In the middle of all this chaos, Offset reportedly asked for child support. Yeah, even though Cardi's been the one covering everything, from private school tuition to security to day-to-day care, she's the one holding it all together. While he's out here asking for more.
I know it's not his team. I know it's his. Gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason why this motherfucker asking for spousal support, because I was asking for everything. Because I was asking for everything, and because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a pussy nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die slow, nigga.
She's worth an estimated $80 to $100 million. Meanwhile, Offset, maybe 30. And yet somehow, he still walked into court asking for more. Word on the street is the judge granted joint custody, but gave Cardi primary residence all in the name of stability for the kids. But the irony? It wasn't lost on anyone. How could he demand support when by Cardi's own account, he's been absent? Cardi hasn't been holding back either. She's been calling him out publicly for being emotionally and financially unavailable. According to her, he hasn't shown up. Not for the kids, not for their lives, not even for her. While she's been juggling chart-topping success, single motherhood, and non-stop media pressure, Offset's been more focused on appearances than presence, because fatherhood isn't about Instagram captions or birthday shoutouts, it's about showing up. And by that measure, Offset has allegedly failed again and again. For Cardi, the marriage didn't just break overnight, it eroded slowly, piece by piece. She's opened up about the emotional labor she carried, how she tried to keep things together, how she shielded her kids from all the dysfunction. And now, free from the pressure to pretend, Cardi's done hiding. She's calling it like it is, labeling him a deadbeat dad, confronting him publicly, and more importantly, reclaiming her peace, her power, and her time.
Make yourself feel better, because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that nigga in this home. So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you think the next. I don't give a. Because them hoes ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out all weekend. You was mad happy today when I called you today. And the only reason why I called you today is because I'm trying to change my son's school and I need your approval. Other than that, nigga, I don't care. The world, my ops. I'm with your ops. That's one for your ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm gonna go for your ops. Good, boo hoo. I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my ops, you fuck my friends, nigga. I don't give a shit. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a.
But the internet isn't exactly united in its sympathy. Some people genuinely believe that Offset's spiral is coming from a place of regret, not control. They say he's remorseful, just a broken man watching the love of his life move on. But others? They're not buying it. They point to the long-standing rumors about Cardi's timeline with Stefon Diggs, specifically whether their romance might have overlapped with her final months with Offset. Back then, Cardi was 8 months pregnant, and fans were already whispering that she and Diggs were quietly involved. When academics jumped online claiming these industry broads are paying him to be with them, Diggs is smashing other rappers. It only poured gasoline on the fire. And if there's any truth to that, some say Offset's pain might run deeper than ego. Maybe it's betrayal. But even if that's true, one thing's clear: his recent actions have crossed a line. From the threats, to the online meltdowns, to the alleged revenge content, it's looking less like heartbreak and more like coercive behavior. Even people who once defended him are starting to question the intent behind the theatrics. Meanwhile, Cardi and Diggs? They're out here living life, laughing on yachts, holding hands at events, and looking completely unbothered. While Offset is being dragged publicly, accused of weaponizing mental health to manipulate Cardi. And for many, the timing says it all. The patterns, the public outbursts, the desperate messages, it all feels like a man trying to regain control over a situation he no longer owns. Because let's be real, Cardi gave him chance after chance. She stayed. She forgave. She tried again. But that door? It's closed now. Not out of spite, but out of self-preservation. For Cardi B, this isn't about just moving on with someone new. It's about finally choosing herself and her kids first. And the internet? They've been loud about it. One user wrote, "He's not hurt, he's just losing control over her, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. A man like that doesn't love nobody." Another said, "I hate dudes who won't do right by you, but still won't let you go." And one comment summed it up best. Sending revenge content of your ex, the mother of your children, to her new man? That's the goofiest thing I've ever heard in my 31 years. But what do you think? Is Offset truly heartbroken, or is this just another attempt to control the narrative? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest tea from your favorite celebrities. I'll see y'all in the next one.